In this video, we'll explore the art of not forcing love. Through the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, we'll uncover how to cultivate self-worth, embrace detachment, and live authentically, so love and connection come to you effortlessly. Stay tuned as we dive into a journey of self-discovery, inner peace, and the power of letting go. Because true love isn't forced, it's inspired. Number 1. Self-respect in relationships. Self-respect is the cornerstone of any healthy relationship. It serves as the foundation upon which trust, communication, and mutual respect are built. Without self-respect, it becomes challenging to set boundaries, express genuine feelings, or even recognize one's worth within a partnership. A person with a strong sense of self-respect understands their value and does not seek validation solely from their partner. This confidence allows them to contribute positively to the relationship, fostering an environment where both individuals feel appreciated and valued. In relationships, self-respect enables individuals to establish boundaries that protect their emotional well-being. Boundaries are not barriers but guidelines that define what is acceptable and what is not. They ensure that personal values and needs are not compromised in the pursuit of harmony. For instance, a person who respects themselves will not tolerate consistent disrespect or manipulation from their partner. Instead, they will address the issue constructively, advocating for their dignity and reinforcing the importance of mutual respect. Furthermore, self-respect empowers individuals to communicate openly and honestly. It instills the courage to voice concerns, share desires, and address conflicts without fear of rejection or judgment. When both partners practice self-respect, their communication is likely to be more balanced and productive. They can engage in discussions without resorting to blame or defensiveness, creating a safe space for growth and understanding. This dynamic enhances emotional intimacy and strengthens the bond between partners. A lack of self-respect, on the other hand, can lead to unhealthy dynamics within a relationship. People who struggle with self-worth may find themselves tolerating behaviors that undermine their happiness or values. They might prioritize their partner's needs at the expense of their own, leading to resentment and emotional exhaustion. Over time, this imbalance can erode the relationship's foundation, making it difficult for either party to feel truly fulfilled. It is also important to recognize that self-respect and respect for one's partner are interconnected. Valuing oneself does not mean dismissing the other person's feelings or needs. Instead, it involves acknowledging that both individuals deserve to be treated with kindness, empathy, and consideration. When self-respect is present, individuals are more likely to support their partner's growth and celebrate their achievements without feeling threatened or inadequate. This mutual respect fosters a partnership that is collaborative rather than competitive. Cultivating self-respect within a relationship begins with self-awareness. Taking the time to reflect on one's values, strengths, and areas for growth is essential. It involves recognizing patterns of behavior that may compromise self-worth and making a conscious effort to change them. For example, learning to say no when necessary or seeking support when feeling overwhelmed can be powerful acts of self-respect. Additionally, self-respect thrives when individuals invest in their personal growth. Pursuing hobbies, setting goals, and nurturing friendships outside the relationship contribute to a sense of individuality and fulfillment. This independence not only enhances self-esteem, but also enriches the partnership by bringing fresh perspectives and experiences into the shared space. Ultimately, self-respect is a vital ingredient for building and maintaining healthy relationships. It enables individuals to honor their needs while respecting those of their partner, creating a dynamic that is both balanced and supportive. By prioritizing self-respect, couples can cultivate a connection rooted in authenticity, trust, and mutual admiration. In doing so, they pave the way for a relationship that is resilient, fulfilling, and enduring. Number 2. Debunking love at first sight. Love at first sight is a romantic notion deeply ingrained in literature, movies, and popular culture, often portrayed as an instantaneous and profound connection between two people that signals the beginning of a lifelong bond. However, a closer examination reveals that this concept is less about love and more about infatuation, physical attraction, and cognitive biases. At its core, love is a complex, multifaceted emotion that requires time, effort, and shared experiences to fully develop, qualities that cannot be encapsulated in a fleeting glance or initial meeting. The idea of love at first sight often stems from an idealized perception of romance that prioritizes passion and immediacy over depth and compatibility, which can lead to unrealistic expectations in real relationships. From a psychological perspective, the phenomenon often attributed to love at first sight can be explained by the brain's rapid processing of visual and social cues. When we encounter someone new, our brains make snap judgments about their attractiveness, demeanor, and potential compatibility based on societal standards and personal preferences. This process is influenced by the release of neurotransmitters such as dopamine and adrenaline, which can create a euphoric sensation akin to being struck by Cupid's arrow. While this feeling can be intense and exhilarating, it is more accurately described as a powerful attraction or infatuation rather than genuine love. Love, in its truest form, involves deeper emotional intimacy, trust, and mutual understanding, all of which require time and consistent effort to cultivate. Moreover, the cultural perpetuation of love at first sight often leads to distorted expectations of what a healthy relationship should look like. Many people grow up believing that true love is instantaneous and effortless, which can result in disappointment when real-life relationships require compromise, patience, and emotional labor. This myth can also cause individuals to overlook red flags or rush into commitments based on a fleeting connection, only to later discover incompatibilities or unresolved issues. By romanticizing the idea of instant love, society diminishes the importance of building a strong foundation rooted in communication, shared values, and mutual respect. Scientific studies also challenge the validity of love at first sight, with researchers pointing out that initial attraction is largely based on physical appearance and superficial traits. While physical attraction plays a role in romantic relationships, it is not sufficient to sustain a meaningful and lasting partnership. Studies on long-term relationships consistently show that factors such as emotional support, shared goals, and adaptability are far more critical to relationship success than initial chemistry or appearance. Furthermore, the concept of love at first sight often ignores the individuality of personal experiences, preferences, and emotional readiness, which all contribute to the development of genuine love. Additionally, cognitive biases, such as the halo effect, play a significant role in perpetuating the belief in love at first sight. The halo effect causes people to assume that someone who is physically attractive also possesses other positive qualities, such as kindness, intelligence, or compatibility. This bias can lead individuals to project their desires and ideals onto a person they have just met, mistaking their own fantasies for a genuine connection. Over time, as the initial excitement fades and reality sets in, these idealized perceptions may give way to disillusionment, revealing the importance of getting to know someone beyond surface impressions. In conclusion, while the idea of love at first sight is undeniably romantic and appealing, it is ultimately a myth that oversimplifies the complexity of human relationships. Genuine love is not an instantaneous spark, but a journey that unfolds through shared experiences, mutual effort, and emotional growth. By challenging the notion of love at first sight, we can embrace a more realistic and fulfilling understanding of romance, one that values substance over spectacle and prioritizes meaningful connections over fleeting attractions. Number 3. Learning from rejection and embracing self-worth. Rejection is an experience almost everyone encounters at some point in life, yet its impact can often feel uniquely personal and deeply disheartening. Whether it's being turned down for a job, facing the end of a relationship, or receiving critical feedback on a creative project, rejection has a way of stirring feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. However, learning from rejection and embracing self-worth are pivotal steps in turning these moments of discomfort into opportunities for growth and empowerment. One of the first lessons rejection teaches us is the value of resilience. While it is natural to feel disappointed, allowing rejection to define your self-worth is a trap that hinders personal progress. Resilience involves acknowledging the pain of rejection without letting it overshadow your achievements or potential. Instead of internalizing rejection as a reflection of your inadequacy, it can be seen as a redirection, a chance to reevaluate your goals, refine your strategies, and identify areas for improvement. Rejection also offers a unique opportunity for self-reflection. Often it prompts questions about why a particular outcome wasn't achieved. While it's crucial to avoid falling into a cycle of self-blame, a thoughtful analysis of the situation can reveal valuable insights. Perhaps the timing wasn't right, the approach needed adjustment, or the opportunity simply wasn't aligned with your strengths and aspirations. By viewing rejection through the lens of curiosity rather than criticism, you can uncover lessons that pave the way for future success. Embracing self-worth amidst rejection requires a conscious effort to separate your intrinsic value from external validation. Society often ties worth to achievements, appearances, or the approval of others, making rejection feel like an attack on your identity. However, true self-worth is rooted in understanding and appreciating your inherent qualities, values, and uniqueness. By fostering self-compassion and focusing on what makes you authentically you, it becomes easier to navigate rejection without losing confidence in your abilities or potential. Another crucial aspect of dealing with rejection is reframing your perspective on failure. Rather than viewing rejection as an endpoint, it can be seen as a stepping stone. Many successful individuals attribute their achievements to lessons learned from rejection. For example, J.K. Rowling's journey to publishing the Harry Potter series involved numerous rejections before she found the right publisher. These stories remind us that rejection doesn't signify the absence of talent or potential, but often reflects the subjective nature of opportunities and opinions. Moreover, rejection can foster empathy and connection. Sharing experiences of rejection with others can create a sense of solidarity and mutual understanding. It is a universal experience, and discussing it openly can reduce the stigma and isolation often associated with it. Supporting others through their rejections not only strengthens relationships, but also reinforces the idea that rejection is a shared aspect of the human journey. Practical steps can help in transforming rejection into a growth opportunity. Journaling about your feelings and experiences can provide clarity and emotional release. Seeking constructive feedback from trusted sources can offer a fresh perspective and guide future efforts. Engaging in self-care activities such as exercise, meditation, or creative pursuits can also help in maintaining a positive mindset. Ultimately, learning from rejection and embracing self-worth is about cultivating a mindset of growth and self-acceptance. It involves recognizing that rejection is not a judgment of your worth, but a momentary setback on the broader path of personal and professional development. By approaching rejection with resilience, self-reflection, and compassion, you empower yourself to turn challenges into stepping stones, paving the way for a fulfilling and confident life. Number 4. Avoiding idealization. Avoiding idealization is an essential aspect of maintaining realistic expectations and healthy relationships, whether with people, goals, or circumstances. Idealization occurs when we elevate someone or something to a pedestal, viewing them as perfect or infallible. While it may stem from admiration or a desire to find the best in situations, unchecked idealization can lead to disappointment, frustration, and an inability to see reality clearly. Recognizing and managing this tendency requires self-awareness, critical thinking, and a balanced perspective. In personal relationships, idealization often begins in the early stages when everything seems perfect. We might focus solely on a partner's positive traits, overlooking flaws or red flags. However, over time, the imperfections of reality inevitably emerge, potentially leading to disillusionment. To avoid this, it's important to view others as complex, multifaceted individuals rather than projecting unrealistic expectations onto them. Accepting that everyone has strengths and weaknesses fosters deeper, more authentic connections. Instead of expecting perfection, focus on mutual growth, respect, and communication. Similarly, Idealization can affect how we perceive our personal goals or career aspirations. It's easy to imagine an ideal outcome and assume that achieving it will lead to lasting happiness or fulfillment. This can create a rigid mindset, making it difficult to adapt when challenges or setbacks arise. To counter this, it's helpful to approach goals with a pragmatic mindset, break larger aspirations into smaller, manageable steps, and celebrate progress along the way. Understand that setbacks are natural and often provide valuable learning opportunities. Embracing the journey, rather than obsessing over a flawless end result, leads to greater resilience and satisfaction. Another area where idealization can be problematic is in our perception of societal or cultural narratives. For instance, social media often amplifies the tendency to idealize others' lives, showcasing curated versions of reality that seem unattainable. Comparing oneself to these idealized portrayals can result in feelings of inadequacy or self-doubt. Combating this requires critical media consumption and a conscious effort to distinguish between curated content and the complexities of real life. Building self-esteem from within, rather than relying on external validation, is a powerful antidote to the effects of idealization. Avoiding idealization doesn't mean becoming cynical or losing hope. On the contrary, it's about cultivating a balanced perspective that allows room for both optimism and realism. This involves practicing gratitude for what is, while acknowledging areas for improvement. Engage in self-reflection to identify where idealization might be influencing your thoughts or actions. Ask yourself whether your expectations are realistic and grounded in evidence. Seeking feedback from trusted friends, mentors, or professionals can also provide valuable insights. In addition, mindfulness practices can help mitigate the impact of idealization. By staying present and focusing on the here and now, it becomes easier to appreciate life's nuances without clinging to an idealized vision of how things should be. Mindfulness encourages acceptance and a deeper understanding of reality, fostering inner peace and emotional balance. Ultimately, avoiding idealization is about embracing imperfection in yourself, in others, and in the world around you. It's about finding beauty and value in authenticity rather than chasing illusions of perfection. When we let go of the need for things to be ideal, we open ourselves to richer experiences and more meaningful connections. By acknowledging reality as it is, we empower ourselves to navigate life with greater clarity, adaptability, and resilience. Number 5. Reciprocity in Stoicism. Reciprocity, a fundamental principle in human relationships, holds a unique place in Stoic philosophy. At its core, Stoicism emphasizes the cultivation of virtue and rationality, encouraging individuals to live harmoniously with others by aligning their actions with nature and reason. Reciprocity in this context transcends mere transactional exchanges. It is rooted in a deeper moral framework where kindness, justice, and mutual benefit guide interactions. The Stoics believed that by practicing reciprocity, individuals could create a web of relationships founded on trust, respect, and shared commitment to the common good. For the Stoics, reciprocity begins with understanding the interconnectedness of humanity. Marcus Aurelius, one of Stoicism's most prominent figures, often reflected on the idea that humans are part of a larger whole, akin to limbs of a single body. This perspective encourages recognizing others not as isolated entities, but as integral parts of a shared human experience. When we acknowledge this interconnectedness, the principle of reciprocity becomes a natural extension of our rational and social nature. Helping others and acting justly are not seen as burdens, but as fulfilling our role within this collective. A key aspect of Stoic reciprocity is its grounding in intention rather than outcome. Epictetus, another renowned Stoic thinker, taught that the value of an action lies in the virtue behind it, not in the response it elicits. This means practicing kindness and fairness without expectation of reward or recognition. Such an approach liberates individuals from the frustrations of unmet expectations and fosters genuine goodwill. For example, offering assistance to someone in need should stem from a desire to do what is right, rather than a hope for reciprocation. This attitude also aligns with the Stoic practice of focusing on what is within our control. While we can control our actions and intentions, we cannot dictate how others respond. By emphasizing the importance of acting virtuously regardless of others' reactions, Stoicism cultivates resilience and inner peace. Reciprocity, in this sense, is not contingent on a symmetrical exchange, but on the integrity of one's character and adherence to moral principles. Furthermore, Stoic reciprocity encompasses a broader perspective on justice and fairness. Seneca, a Roman Stoic philosopher, highlighted the importance of generosity and gratitude in sustaining social bonds. He argued that acts of kindness and reciprocation strengthen the fabric of society by fostering cooperation and mutual support. However, Seneca also warned against the pitfalls of excessive self-interest or transactional thinking, which can erode trust and degrade relationships into mere exchanges of convenience. True reciprocity, according to Seneca, is rooted in magnanimity, a willingness to give and receive with an open heart. In practical terms, Stoic reciprocity can be cultivated through mindful reflection and deliberate action. Regularly contemplating the interconnectedness of all beings in the shared human condition can inspire a more compassionate and equitable approach to relationships. Practicing gratitude and acknowledging the kindness of others reinforces the reciprocal cycle, creating an environment where mutual respect and support thrive. Additionally, adopting a Stoic mindset encourages viewing challenges or instances of unreciprocated kindness as opportunities to exercise patience, wisdom, and resilience. The principle of reciprocity in Stoicism ultimately serves as a bridge between individual virtue and collective harmony. By focusing on acting justly and fostering goodwill, individuals contribute to a more cohesive and compassionate society. Stoicism teaches that while we cannot control the actions of others, our own commitment to reciprocity, grounded in virtue and reason, enriches both our character and the world around us. In embracing this philosophy, we find not only a guide for personal conduct, but also a blueprint for building enduring and meaningful connections with others. Number 6. Choosing a life partner. Choosing a life partner is one of the most significant decisions a person can make, as it profoundly influences the trajectory of your life, happiness, and personal growth. At its core, the process is about finding someone whose values, aspirations, and personality complement your own, creating a foundation for a fulfilling and enduring partnership. Compatibility is essential, but it is not merely about sharing hobbies or enjoying similar music. True compatibility involves aligning on fundamental aspects like long-term goals, family values, financial habits, and communication styles. For instance, if one partner values financial stability and the other prioritizes spontaneity and adventure, open discussions and compromises will be vital. Equally important is emotional intelligence, which encompasses empathy, self-awareness, and the ability to navigate conflicts constructively. A relationship's strength is often tested during challenging times, and a partner's capacity to support and understand you during such moments can be a critical indicator of a healthy relationship. It is also essential to consider their emotional availability and how they handle their own emotions. Someone who is emotionally open and willing to work through issues together fosters an environment of mutual respect and growth. Another critical factor in choosing a life partner is trust. Trust forms the bedrock of any meaningful relationship. Without it, insecurities and misunderstandings can fester, eroding the connection over time. Pay attention to how your potential partner communicates and whether their actions align with their words. Consistency in behavior and reliability are often the telltale signs of a trustworthy individual. Alongside trust, shared respect ensures that both partners value each other's individuality and perspectives, even when disagreements arise. A respectful relationship encourages open dialogue and mutual appreciation, allowing each person to thrive both individually and as a couple. It's also vital to evaluate how well you and your potential partner resolve conflicts. Conflict is inevitable in any relationship, but the way it is handled can make or break a partnership. Healthy conflict resolution involves active listening, compromise, and a willingness to understand each other's viewpoints. Partners who argue constructively without resorting to blame or hostility demonstrate a mature and stable foundation for a long-term relationship. Furthermore, personal growth should never be overlooked when choosing a life partner. Look for someone who inspires you to be the best version of yourself and supports your dreams and ambitions. A great partner encourages you to grow, challenges you to improve, and celebrates your successes without feeling threatened. Similarly, you should strive to be this person for them. Relationships thrive when both individuals prioritize their growth and bring out the best in each other. Lastly, take your time. Rushing into a relationship or ignoring red flags can lead to future heartache. Get to know your potential partner in various situations and observe how they interact with others, especially in moments of stress or disappointment. It's in these situations that true character often reveals itself. Also, trust your intuition. While logic and analysis are important, your gut feeling can provide valuable insights about the person you're considering as a life partner. In conclusion, choosing a life partner is not a decision to take lightly. It requires careful thought, honest communication, and self-awareness. By prioritizing shared values, emotional intelligence, trust, respect, and personal growth, you can lay the groundwork for a loving and enduring relationship. Remember, no relationship is perfect, but with the right person, you can build a partnership that enriches your life and helps you navigate its many challenges and joys. Number 7. Building emotional resilience in relationships. Building emotional resilience in relationships is essential for sustaining healthy and fulfilling connections. Relationships, whether romantic, familial, or platonic, often face challenges, misunderstandings, and external stressors. How individuals navigate these difficulties greatly influences the quality and longevity of the relationship. Emotional resilience refers to the ability to adapt to and recover from adversity, maintaining a balanced emotional state even when faced with life's ups and downs. In relationships, it involves developing the capacity to manage conflict, communicate effectively, and support one another through tough times. One of the foundational steps in building emotional resilience in relationships is cultivating self-awareness. It's vital for individuals to understand their own emotional triggers, responses, and needs. Self-awareness allows individuals to manage their emotions better and approach conflict from a place of understanding rather than reacting impulsively. By recognizing one's own patterns, a person can address issues in a way that is mindful and constructive. This leads to healthier interactions, as both parties are more equipped to handle challenges with patience and compassion. Effective communication is another crucial element in fostering emotional resilience. Open and honest communication allows both individuals to express their thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment or reprisal. When partners communicate clearly, they are more likely to understand each other's perspectives and work together to find solutions. Avoiding misunderstandings and addressing issues before they escalate can prevent resentment from building up, which could otherwise undermine the strength of the relationship. Listening with empathy and offering validation to each other's emotions fosters an environment where both people feel heard and supported. In any relationship, disagreements are inevitable. However, building emotional resilience involves approaching these disagreements in a healthy and constructive way. Instead of allowing anger or frustration to drive the conversation, it's important to focus on solutions and mutual understanding. Being open to compromise is also essential, recognizing that no one is always right and that flexibility is necessary for growth. In emotionally resilient relationships, individuals are able to view conflict as an opportunity for growth, rather than as a threat to the relationship itself. Supporting each other through adversity is another key factor in emotional resilience. Life can present unexpected challenges such as personal loss, financial struggles, or health issues. In emotionally resilient relationships, both individuals are committed to providing support in times of hardship, offering comfort, encouragement, and understanding. The ability to rely on one another in difficult times not only strengthens the bond between individuals but also reinforces trust and security within the relationship. Knowing that both people are committed to facing challenges together fosters a sense of partnership and unity. Self-care also plays an important role in building emotional resilience in relationships. Taking care of one's emotional, physical, and mental well-being ensures that individuals are better able to cope with stress and be present for their loved ones. When people prioritize self-care, they are less likely to feel overwhelmed or burnt out, which can negatively affect their relationships. By maintaining a balance between personal well-being and shared responsibilities, both individuals contribute to the overall emotional health of the relationship. Finally, emotional resilience requires patience and time. Developing the tools to handle stress and conflict effectively is not an overnight process. It takes practice, self-reflection, and a willingness to grow together. As individuals become more emotionally resilient, they become better equipped to navigate the ups and downs of life while strengthening the relationship. Through mutual respect, understanding, and a commitment to emotional growth, relationships can thrive even in the face of adversity. In conclusion, building emotional resilience in relationships is a continuous journey that requires self-awareness, effective communication, compromise, mutual support, and self-care. It is through these efforts that relationships can not only withstand challenges, but also grow stronger over time. By prioritizing emotional resilience, individuals can foster deep, lasting connections that offer both security and personal growth. Number 8. Maintaining independence within partnership. Maintaining independence within a partnership can be one of the most challenging yet essential aspects of a successful and sustainable relationship. Whether it's in a romantic relationship, business partnership, or even in close friendships, retaining a sense of individuality is vital for long-term fulfillment. A partnership is about collaboration, mutual respect, and shared goals, but it's equally about respecting each partner's need for personal growth, space, and autonomy. The ability to maintain independence fosters personal well-being and enriches the partnership by bringing diverse perspectives and strengths to the table. At the core of this dynamic is communication. Open and honest dialogue is crucial to navigating the balance between togetherness and independence. Both partners should feel comfortable discussing their desires, needs, and boundaries. Setting clear expectations and understanding each other's boundaries helps prevent feelings of suffocation or dependency. For example, in a romantic relationship, one partner may value personal time for hobbies or relaxation, while the other may prioritize spending time together. A healthy partnership involves negotiating these needs in a way that honors both individuals' desires and ensures that neither feels neglected nor overwhelmed. In business partnerships, this kind of communication becomes especially important to define roles and responsibilities clearly, so each person can thrive without stepping on each other's toes. Mutual respect is another cornerstone of maintaining independence. While a partnership is built on shared objectives, personal space and time should still be encouraged. This respect allows individuals to pursue their own interests, careers, and passions without feeling guilty or resentful. It also prevents codependency, which can stifle personal growth and create an imbalance in the relationship. Partners who respect each other's autonomy are more likely to support each other's goals and ambitions, which in turn strengthens the partnership. It's essential for each person to have their own identity and sense of self-worth outside of the partnership. When partners are secure in who they are individually, they can contribute more authentically to the relationship, creating a more balanced and harmonious dynamic. Maintaining a sense of independence also means having the courage to make decisions that are in one's best interest, even if they're not always aligned with the partnership's immediate goals. This doesn't mean making selfish decisions, but rather ensuring that one's personal well-being and growth are not sacrificed for the sake of the relationship. For instance, in a business partnership, an individual might take a risk or pursue an opportunity that aligns with their personal values or goals, even if it diverges from the group's direction. Such actions, when communicated clearly and executed thoughtfully, can actually enrich the partnership by introducing new ideas and avenues for growth. Self-care plays a crucial role in maintaining independence. Both individuals should invest time in their physical, emotional, and mental well-being. This might mean taking time for solo activities, cultivating personal friendships, or simply stepping away from the partnership periodically to recharge. Encouraging each other to engage in self-care helps avoid burnout and ensures that both partners bring their best selves to the relationship. When both individuals feel valued and supported in their personal lives, they are more likely to bring positivity, creativity, and energy to the partnership. Finally, the most effective way to maintain independence within a partnership is to view the relationship as a dynamic entity where both individuals grow and evolve. As each partner matures and changes, so too does the partnership. Embracing change and flexibility allows both partners to adjust their roles and expectations in a way that fosters mutual respect and independence. This growth-oriented mindset encourages both individuals to maintain their personal interests and identities while contributing to the collective success of the partnership. When each partner feels empowered to grow individually and together, the partnership becomes stronger, more resilient, and more fulfilling. In conclusion, maintaining independence within a partnership requires careful attention to communication, respect, personal growth, and self-care. It involves finding the balance between shared goals and individual needs, ensuring that both partners are able to thrive both within and outside the relationship. The result is a partnership that is not only sustainable, but also deeply fulfilling, where both individuals can remain true to themselves while working together toward common objectives. Number 9. Practicing gratitude in love. Gratitude in love is more than just a simple thank you. It's an attitude, a mindset, and a deep recognition of the value our partners bring to our lives. In relationships, both romantic and platonic, expressing gratitude fosters a sense of appreciation and strengthens the bond between individuals. When we practice gratitude in love, we begin to see the subtle, often overlooked actions and qualities that make our relationships special. This conscious recognition creates a ripple effect, encouraging kindness, patience, and emotional closeness. One of the first steps in practicing gratitude in love is being mindful of the small moments. In the busyness of life, it's easy to take our partners for granted, whether it's the way they make us coffee in the morning, their thoughtful gestures of affection, or the comforting words they offer during tough times. These small actions can easily be overlooked. However, when we actively notice and express gratitude for these moments, we acknowledge their efforts and love. A simple thank you can go a long way in making your partner feel seen, valued, and appreciated. Gratitude also involves recognizing and appreciating the qualities that our partners bring to the relationship. These are often the foundational aspects that draw us to them in the first place. Traits such as their sense of humor, resilience, or empathy. By reminding ourselves of these qualities and verbally expressing our admiration, we deepen our emotional connection. For instance, taking a moment to tell our partner, "I love how you always know how to make me laugh even when I'm feeling down," not only highlights their unique traits, but reinforces the strength of our emotional bond. Moreover, expressing gratitude in love goes beyond just acknowledging our partner's actions and qualities. It also involves appreciating the way they make us feel. Love is an exchange of emotional energy, and when we feel safe, valued, and supported, it's essential to recognize and vocalize those feelings. A simple, "I'm so thankful for your support," or "I appreciate the way you listen to me," can serve as a reminder to both partners that their emotional needs are being met and that their love is reciprocated. However, practicing gratitude in love also means embracing the imperfections of our relationships. No relationship is without its challenges, but gratitude in love helps us view these challenges as opportunities for growth. Instead of focusing on disappointments or disagreements, practicing gratitude allows us to see the potential for learning and improvement. For example, in moments of conflict, a shift in perspective can turn a negative interaction into a chance to appreciate how our partner handles conflict with respect and understanding. By expressing gratitude for these qualities, even during difficult times, we demonstrate our commitment to the relationship and our partner's growth. In addition, gratitude encourages empathy and compassion. When we actively practice gratitude, we become more attuned to the emotional needs of our partners, which can lead to more thoughtful and meaningful interactions. It allows us to recognize when our partner is feeling vulnerable, stressed, or in need of comfort, making us more inclined to offer support. As a result, this empathy strengthens the bond of love, making it more resilient and enduring. Lastly, cultivating a gratitude practice in love can enhance the overall well-being of both individuals in the relationship. Research has shown that gratitude is linked to increased happiness, lower stress levels, and improved emotional health. When partners express gratitude towards one another, they create a positive feedback loop, which encourages further acts of kindness and affection. This dynamic can transform a relationship, making it a source of joy, stability, and fulfillment. In conclusion, practicing gratitude in love is an essential component of building and maintaining a healthy, thriving relationship. By appreciating the small moments, recognizing the qualities that make our partners unique, and acknowledging the emotional support they provide, we nurture our connection. Gratitude transforms not only how we see our partners, but also how we approach challenges together. Ultimately, a relationship built on gratitude is a relationship that can endure, grow, and continue to bring joy to both individuals. Number 10. Cultivating intentional communication in a world where distractions are constant and conversations often take place amidst noise. Cultivating intentional communication has become an essential skill for effective connection. Intentional communication is more than just exchanging words. It's about being present, conscious of the message you wish to convey, and understanding the needs of the person you're communicating with. At its core, intentional communication involves a conscious effort to listen actively, respond thoughtfully, and create a space for mutual understanding. This type of communication fosters deeper relationships, whether personal, professional, or within communities, and it encourages individuals to take responsibility for the way they express themselves and how they engage with others. The first step in cultivating intentional communication is self-awareness. Before engaging in any form of communication, it's vital to understand your own intentions, emotions, and perspectives. What do you hope to achieve through the conversation? Are you seeking understanding, collaboration, or simply sharing an experience? Taking the time to reflect on these questions ensures that you enter the dialogue with clarity and purpose. It also helps you remain mindful of the tone, language, and body language you use, which can significantly affect how your message is received. For example, speaking with a calm, open tone can invite trust and openness, while a defensive or rushed tone may create barriers to connection. Another key aspect of intentional communication is active listening. It's not enough to simply hear the words being spoken. You must also fully engage with the message behind them. Active listening involves focusing on the speaker without distraction, making eye contact, nodding to show understanding, and asking clarifying questions when necessary. This level of attentiveness signals respect for the speaker and encourages a more thoughtful and meaningful exchange. It also provides insight into the speaker's feelings and intentions, which can help avoid misunderstandings. Rather than thinking about how to respond while the other person is speaking, active listening encourages you to process and absorb the message before crafting a considered response. Empathy plays a pivotal role in intentional communication as well. To communicate intentionally is to approach conversations with an open heart and mind, seeking to understand the speaker's emotions and perspectives. Empathetic communication is about showing compassion, acknowledging the emotions involved, and responding in a way that demonstrates care. When we empathize with others, we create an atmosphere where both parties feel valued, fostering trust and emotional safety. This is especially important in challenging conversations, where emotions may run high and misunderstandings are more likely. By approaching the discussion with empathy, you can diffuse tension and promote more constructive dialogue. Intentional communication also involves being mindful of nonverbal cues. Research suggests that as much as 70 to 90% of communication is nonverbal, relying on body language, facial expressions, and even the pace of speech. These nonverbal signals can often convey as much, if not more, than the words themselves. Being aware of your own body language and being sensitive to the nonverbal cues of others is crucial to maintaining clarity in your communication. For instance, crossed arms may indicate defensiveness, while an open posture may suggest receptiveness. Paying attention to these subtle signals ensures that your message is not just heard but felt in the right way. The impact of intentional communication extends beyond personal relationships. It has a profound effect in professional and team settings as well. In workplaces, clear and purposeful communication helps to reduce misunderstandings, improve collaboration, and increase productivity. Leaders who engage in intentional communication create environments where team members feel heard, respected, and motivated. This leads to higher morale and fosters a culture of transparency and accountability. Likewise, in customer service or client interactions, intentional communication ensures that the needs of the customer are fully understood and addressed, which can enhance satisfaction and loyalty. Ultimately, cultivating intentional communication requires ongoing practice and commitment. It involves being conscious of your words, tone, and actions in every interaction, striving to be present, engaged, and empathetic. As you become more intentional in your communication, you'll likely notice that your relationships, whether with family, friends, colleagues, or even strangers, become deeper and more meaningful. This approach to communication can break down barriers, build trust, and create connections that are authentic and lasting. Through intentional communication, we can foster an environment where understanding, collaboration, and compassion thrive. In conclusion, remember that love is not something to chase or beg for. True love flourishes when it arises naturally, when it's based on mutual respect, understanding, and shared values. By practicing the art of not forcing love, you can build stronger, more meaningful relationships that are rooted in freedom and authenticity. Embrace Stoic principles, focus on what you can control, and let go of the need for validation from others. Love will come when you stop seeking it desperately, and instead focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more insightful content. Keep growing, keep learning, and remember, everything you need will come to you in its own time.